Hello everyone, welcome back to Black Blaze Gaming. Dakota here. This was going to be an update video about what's going on with the channel and shit, but it's probably going to quickly devolve into a rant about software and software developers and all the bullshit that goes on with that. So, I'm just going to get the update shit out of the way, and then I'm going to devolve slowly into an angry rant. Because you guys probably love that shit anyways. So, you're probably wondering what happened to the Divinity playthrough. It is still, I still have episodes to upload, but we lost we lost the next episode in the series, episode 7. For whatever reason, it didn't record. OBS just recorded a black screen, and this shit happens. Divinity was already finicky to play with as it was, because it's not really recognized by OBS as a full screen application for whatever reason, and it's dumb and I hate it. So I've been recording my desktop, and that usually works, but this time for some reason it didn't, and then I alt-tabbed like, I don't know, 10 minutes from the end of the episode, and when I alt-tabbed back into the game, it recorded from then on, and I'm like, I'm not keeping 10 minutes of an episode to upload. I mean, I'll give everyone kind of a summation of what happened, and then, but I've been focusing on the Rule of Rose playthrough because there's been some pressure on us to get it done with and get the game back to the person who loaned it to us. So it is that's what I'm focusing on right now. It's also it's also getting more attention than our Divinity playthrough, so I figure, well, I'll just focus on that for the time being, and we'll get back to Divinity when we have a chance. We have a lot more games we want to do down the road. When I was trying to record this video so I could give everyone kind of the 411 on what's the his app. Jesus Christ, I am tired. I've had 2 energy drinks and beer, and I'm all over the place right now. Anyways, and then my computer just decided to be an asshole. I've been having issues trying to work today at all. Like we did do a recording session, and we were both exhausted, and we're both under pressure, like I said, to get this game done quickly. And so it's a stressful situation, and the game is not cooperating very much as either. It's like it just, like, we have no idea what we're doing, and they threw this really difficult section at us right now, and it's so fucking difficult to get through. And I like, you'll see the episodes when they come out. They're just so frustrating. But we are making progress still, and we want to wrap things on this really quickly. I kind of took a peek at like our progress. I was gonna walk through, but not like, I didn't give myself any spoilers. I was just like looking to see how much longer the game is, and we're like a third of the way, which sucks. I wish we were farther than that, but it doesn't suck because I'm interested in the story, and that means there's a lot more for us to discover, and that's great. But fuck, so annoying. But yeah, anyways, as I was trying to record this video, well, I opened OBS, and it said I couldn't record for whatever reason. That I needed to check my drivers, which is probably true. I hadn't updated my drivers in a while. So I go to Open GeForce Experience, which has been finicky as fuck lately. I don't know, the past like 6 months or so, it just doesn't want to stay open, and it like, trying to get it to open is a pain in the ass. It's never fucking around, and I hate it. But then in the middle of the update process, my screen just went black and it didn't come back. And it's supposed to, it went black and didn't come back. Great, I just made a pun. But it's supposed, look, the screen's supposed to go black. It's uninstalling and reinstalling uninstalling the old graphics driver and installing the new one, so of course the screen's gonna go black. But it only lasts like a couple of seconds normally, and so I knew that it hadn't worked when it didn't come back, basically, for like a minute, 2 minutes, or whatever. So I reset my computer, and then my computer comes back on, and it's like, getting Windows ready, 100% complete, and it sat there for like 3 minutes. I'm like, what are you doing? It says 100% complete. Just fucking restart the computer or whatever you're gonna do. Just like fuck. And I didn't press install updates and shut down. I reset the fucking computer. I did a hard power button reset. Like like, what are you doing, Microsoft? And it's been so sketchy lately with updates. With Microsoft too, with Windows, like, there's been the past 2 like major updates with Windows 10 have bricked a bunch of computers, and it's terrifying. I don't want my computer to be stuck in a blue screen of death loop like a lot of them have been. And I don't know what Microsoft is doing to not fully test these. I imagine it's difficult as hell. I'm not a programmer. But for fuck's sakes, Microsoft, you're the biggest software developer in the world. You'd think that maybe you could do a bit more bug testing and not have two majorly flawed major updates to your, like, flagship operating system for once. Like, for fuck's sakes. Get your shit together, Microsoft. What is your problem? And then it restarted, and then it came back up, and it was doing its thing. And my fucking motherboard has been autistic since day one, so every time it restarts, it's like, ooh, CPU fan error. No, there's not a CPU fan error. I look in the machine every time, it's still fucking working. I manually control the speeds on my fans. I know that they're working. You can't sit here and tell me there's something wrong with my fan. It says it's running at 82,000 RPM sometimes. But my motherboard's autistic. It thinks my 12 volt, my 3 volt voltages are fucking backwards, and it's just not right. It's not right. It's a functioning motherboard. I've had it for like 3 years now. It's ridiculous to think that. Anyways, this is all technical shit you guys probably don't care about, but like I don't understand what it is with software developers who can't fucking design a program to save their lives, and it's something that like their entire fucking thing hinges on. I mean, my business partner, I got her to switch from Apple to Windows, and she went with an MSI, and for some reason there's just so many driver issues with the MSI. Like her network card just doesn't work. It refuses to work. She brought it in, and she paid for an in-store product replacement plan through the company that we bought it from, which it's like an extra $300, and it's lasted for 2 years. And if you have any problems, you take it in, and if they can't fix it, they give you a new laptop. That's how that whole process works, right? So she took it in because she had a wireless card problem. There was a problem with the touchpad for whatever reason. It just would get stuck, and it sucked, and it was dumb. There was a problem with her MSI TrueColor, which is like the color calibration software that comes with it. Sometimes it just wouldn't fucking work, and so it was all over the place with that. And there was a problem with the microphone where anytime you try to record with a microphone on there or just use a microphone on there, it would slowly devolve into chaos and static, and there was no explanation for it. I used different mics with it to try and troubleshoot, like maybe it's the mic. I tried using different programs to record, nothing seemed to work, and regardless of what was plugged in, it wasn't even just like plugging in like a to the microphone input. I would use a USB mic and it still didn't work. So there was something wrong with the sound drivers, and there was no way I could fix it because MSI wasn't supporting those sound drivers. They weren't releasing new updates to that. And it could have been the Nahimic sound control bullshit that they ship with. I have no idea. The same with the wireless card. It could have been the killer Ethernet shit that they ship with, because I know that their drivers have issues. I know there's a lot of bad flack about that stuff, and I just don't understand why you would ship a broken product. You've got three problems. You've got the MSI TrueColor, you've got the Nahimic sound, and you've got the fucking killer Ethernet. They all suck. They're all terrible softwares. You need to be doing something way better. I mean, killer Ethernet is a great concept, but that's it. It's a great concept. It's not a functioning concept. So you don't ship it unless it functions reliably, which it doesn't. So, and then there's this whole fucking Windows thing with them having two major updates that failed. I mean, even GeForce, I'm scared to update sometimes because people have had their fucking systems fried by GeForce's fucking updates. There was an update that came out, I think last year or 2 years ago, that just fucking it just fried a bunch of systems out of the blue, and nobody could fix it, and it bricked a bunch of computers, and you were screwed basically. You had to go get a whole new fucking system. And I'm not prepared to do that. I don't have the money to fucking replace my $3,000 tower. Are you kidding me? I'm trying to get the money together to upgrade to get a new tower, because I have a pretty good build right now, but I want to switch to an Intel processor. This is all technical shit you probably don't care about, but I'm trying to switch to a different platform, and it's going to cost a lot of money to do, and I want to do it because it'll make rendering a lot easier and faster. I can get videos out quicker, and there's just a lot I can do with it. I can upgrade the quality of the videos that I can do with my cameras and things like that. But anyways, this day has just been all over the fucking place. I mean, on the one hand, I was like, I went into work today, and my boss came up to me like 20 minutes into my shift, was like, hey, like, you should go home. Like, no, you shouldn't have been, like, you shouldn't come in the first place. Like, we don't need you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I kind of needed the money, but, you know, whatever. I can go home and record. And then, you know, person who lent me Rule of Rose was like, oh yeah, that has to be done tonight or tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, fuck me. I have a really shitty schedule the next few days, and so does Jordan, and it doesn't mesh well at all, and I'm putting her in a bad place if I don't fucking get it done. And I'm just like, God damn, everything has to come at once, right? And fuck. Yeah, shit's screwy, man. There's a lot of shit going down that I can't talk about. That's really shitty, and I'm having a hard time dealing right now. Fuck, I want to make a video at some point about depression and kind of the shit that I've faced with it, so you guys can understand a little bit about my life and where I come from. But it's such a hard video to make, you know, because you don't want to say all the wrong things, and it's a sensitive topic, and there's just so much involved with it that I don't want to fuck it up, you know. At least I can say that pressure is all just coming from me. It's all internal. It's not like an external pressure to be perfect, you know. And it's just that I'm a perfectionist and I want everything to be pristine. Like Jordan wants to record, you know, his Xbox stuff, and I want him to do that too. But the Xbox's built-in recording only records in 720p, and he's like, well, I don't. And I'm like, oh, and how am I going to get a face cam up there? How am I going to record you with the Blue Yeti and everything like that? It's just it's a jumble. And he's like, no, I'll just use like a headset microphone. And I'm like, no, for the love of God, the audio will be terrible and I'll never be able to fix it. And he's like, and I don't need a face cam. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't necessarily require a face cam. I just prefer them because we have very expressive faces, and that's like the whole reaction and silence and thing that we do is hilarious. And I think it's kind of what our whole shtick hinges on is the ability to see our faces. And I mean, maybe that's just me being a stickler, I don't know, but feel free to leave a comment and let me know like what you think is best on that, because ultimately it comes down to what the viewers want. And I mean, obviously if I'm making something that doesn't make me happy, I'm not gonna put it out. That's just the way it is. If it doesn't make me happy, it doesn't get released. Or if I find it's not making me happy down the road, I just take it down. But which I tried not to do. I try not to go back on old videos and just take them down, because I feel like that's not really being true to my evolution as a YouTuber. Because I have evolved. I mean, if you look at our old videos, they're garbage. The quality is garbage, and I mean, it's better than most startup YouTubers, because I started off having a Blue Yeti rather than just some like tabletop fucking microphone or a headset mic like a lot of people use. And I can't, like, there is no way in hell I will ever record with a headset mic. I'm a bit of an audiophile. Like I use a $300 headset for sound editing on YouTube videos, on gaming YouTube videos. Like it's insane how much I invested in my kit. And I have people who get mad at me for using a Blue Yeti rather than like a large diaphragm mic. And to them I say, screw you, because this I need, like, for my career, for like outside of YouTube. I want to do, you know, high-end video stuff. I need a high-end headset, and I love gaming with a high-end headset. But a mic is so much, like, I use it so much less than I'll ever use my headset. My headset is so pristine and perfect, and it will last me for a long time. And the microphone, it was $100 when I bought it. Like, it was on sale, and I went and got it, and that was it. It'll last me a while until I have the money to spend on a $500 fucking large diaphragm mic with a shock mount. Like, there's just such a huge investment. It's a very steep investment, and I'd rather have a better computer before I start doing this. I want to have a better camera before I start doing, you know, because like the audio is fine. Like, the audio is not that bad. Obviously, we peak a lot, but you know, that's just the way it goes. I'm talking about all kinds of technical shit now, but I'm very into that thing. That's part of who I am, you know? I really like my technicalities. So, yeah, the more Rule of Rose is on the way. We have a couple of games planned. We have a new series planned. Not like long play, although we do have those planned. But we do have a new show we want to do that's gaming related, as well as some other projects that are going to be coming down the pipeline, hopefully soon. It's a matter of getting the time and the money, and we're falling behind on everything. So it's kind of it's a rough go right now. Things are, I mean, my life never seems to look up. That's just kind of the way it goes. I think BoJack Horseman said it best when he said, "Life is a series of closing doors, isn't it?" Boy, golly, is it ever. Anyways, so I hope I didn't shit on any software developers. I'm sure there's a lot of great programs in the world, even ones that work at Microsoft and GeForce, NVIDIA, but definitely not at Ubisoft. There's no good programmers there. I'm just kidding. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Tune in for our next Rule of Rose episode. Share it with your friends. That's really one of the best ways you can support the channel. If you like what we do, just show our work to your friends. I mean, we've got lots of videos. We haven't done a whole lot of complete playthroughs. I haven't done any complete playthroughs with Jordan yet, which will be happening. I have a few big, long series planned that I want to do. And that's about it from me. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.